Hi there, told you next time it'd be slightly better. I've managed to find a memory card that doesn't melt when I put it in my camera. I've no idea what's going on, but they were heating up that much that they were literally melting inside the camera. And I'll get 5 minutes to myself to quickly do a test course for a model before I commit to it. As I mentioned in the last video, I'm not going to get time to do much at all until the summer, and there's that much stuff going on in normal life out with college that I don't get much done at all, period. Got a few things to catch up on, and got a few things I can film and basically have some sort of backup. And if I don't get anything done, I've got something I can still show. But I'm trying to get back into doing this regularly because it egged me on to actually get stuff done, which I was struggling with before. So yeah, my mates are all supposed to be doing one of those sort of escalation type deals with Warhammer Fantasy. I think it was 300 or 250 points a month, and I've been putting off committing to it because I don't have the time, I don't have the money and all that nonsense. But I found these guys that I'd completely and utterly forgotten about, sitting on my shelf, hidden amongst the Space Ox that my friend gave me and my old Marines. It wasn't until I found my old Marines sitting in a box untouched for the last 10 years that I found these guys, and these guys, I don't know where I bought them, but yeah. I've got enough here that I can do about 300 points at a push with dwarfs, but I don't see me actually taking part in the escalation league. I think I'll just paint them up and they'll be my fodder for the next couple of weeks at least. Although, if this paint scheme works, it may not take that long to paint them all, because I've only got, what, 16 of them, and I've got the Imperial Guard, what are they called? Kushkin? Stormtroopers. That again, I found after having sat in my cupboard for God knows how long. I forgot I had them. I thought it was just normal bog standard guard I had sitting there waiting unpainted. And after painting Infinity guys, those guys look quite enticing to paint. It's nice to see a lot of folk back on YouTube. Virgin Mythro and everyone else seemed to be getting back into it. I know Dread's sort of changing up how he does his and what he's doing. He knows what to do, more scale models, which I'd love to do. I just don't have the time or the space to do it. In all honesty, that's probably where I'd end up going if I didn't have all this stuff already still to paint. But yeah, it's a sort of boring vlog entry today. I never did get the suit swamp board built for my son. Came a cropper with the basic design of it. I want it to be storable, transportable, and not just one layout, so it's got to be sort of tiles, and I can't work out the best way to do it. I wanted to do it in all sort of resin, swampy sort of effect, and a guy I know, Dave McGuire, did it far better than I could, and I sort of felt bad that I couldn't replicate what he managed to do. But I did manage to come up with a way to do tiles and water effects using not medium gel or what it's called, but gloss medium, and it looks not too bad. I'll do a separate video of that to see what you guys think. I like the look of it, I just don't know how it will look over a full table. But it allows me to not have to have the base tiles too thick. I can still replicate the water. They're happy with it, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. But it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that I'm not like. It's not that I'm not liking it, there's just something missing. So I'll need to try and work out what it is, because it's really the only thing that's stopping me from doing the tiles. And I've still got the house that I was doing left to paint. It's all built up, I've got most of the tiles done. And so forth, but they're not actually stuck on the roof. I've not painted any of it, I've not even thought about doing any of the base yet. All I've got is the walls, the roof, and the detailing on the walls. None of which is actually getting me anywhere with it, but hey ho. Bolt action stuff is on pause. There is a new shop opening up in Glasgow at the end of the month called Elysium, which is supposed to be a bit like Common Ground Games, where it's lots of gaming tables and all the major game systems supported. And bolt action is apparently one of the bigger ones to support, purely because I think the guy plays a lot of bolt action. But between them and the guys through in Edinburgh, Sixes to Hit, who I think, I don't know if it's the only one in the UK, but it's certainly the only one in Scotland that's got the full range of